Good blessed Sunday morning, February the 26th, 2023. The time being about 7:57 a.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter whether you are the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. I greet you all with that same universal greetings, whether you like me or not. You have a prerogative. You have constitutional rights. And some of this here show you have the 1st, 14th, 5th, and so many other constitutional rights, according to the law. When you're in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, and in Carbondale, Illinois, Jackson County, the law, according to them, is just like back in the 1950s with Eugene Bull Connor, the Jim Crow law. He said, damn the law. We make our own laws down here. But what I want to show y'all this here, I showed you this before. You see this thing it calls the Charleston, Missouri Group Forms Coalition to Stop Violence. And take a good look down here at the bottom when this photo, when this was published. October the 29th, 2015 at 8:39 p.m. Now, I'm going to show you why this was published. I told you before, this is the Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County Scorpion Unit. If their leaders is not there, they have representative there. You see, you have a representative for the Sheriff's Department. That go to Chief of Police. That was the prosecuting attorney. God has since took him away from this earth. And I'm the first to say that he wasn't a legitimate prosecuting attorney, and I don't care who don't like it because I got document proof to show. The rest of the children's and this young lady here, even though they took the pictures, I don't think they still associate with these individuals here. But I'm going to show you something to show you how long I've been fighting against the Scorpion Unit. You see all these blacks? Lester Gillespie there. I think that's, let me see, where is it? That's Floyd Wade. That's Arthur Cassell. I think Reverend Betts is somewhere in there. But anyway, I'm going to show you why they formed this here thing, because at this particular time, the prosecuting attorney, Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center, some of the Sheriff Department, not all, the police department, some, not all, they was trying to get help Lester Gillespie to get a protection order against me. At this particular time, a temporarily expose was given to him, granted to him by a judge by the name of Robert Barker, which Robert Barker, Lester Gillespie, and the present prosecuting attorney now here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, Carly Poley, all of them worked for the Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center. So if Lester Gillespie filed something against me, Robert Barker should have recused himself, but he didn't. I had to let him know I didn't want him. And I'm going to show you how far I had to go. And he still wouldn't drop the expose until another judge seen it. But I'm going to show you better than telling you. Now, you take a good look at that date. And the only reason they formed this here is because, let me show you. I went all the way to the Missouri Supreme Court. Check it out. Can you see it real good? I went all the way to the Supreme Court. You see that date? You see what it say? In the Supreme Court of Missouri. You see the date? October the 29th, 2015. The same day this so-called collision against violence started. See, that's how they try to cover up. When I go up against them here in Charleston, Missouri, and in Carbondale, they put individuals, or they try to protect individuals that try to shut my voice down. But let me show you what this here says. It says, whereas temporarily transfer of judicial personnel from one court to another, because I asked for another court judge other than the judges here in Mississippi County, another court to another, as the administration of justice. Let me see. Administration of justice requires, is authorized by Missouri Constitution, Article 5, Section 6 or 8, whichever one it is. It is ordered that, now listen to this here, this is powerful. It is ordered that the following judicial personnel, the Honorable Judge Gary A. Camp, that's his number, Associate Circuit Judge, 33rd Judicial Circuit, Cape Girardeau, Missouri County, be transferred to the following court or district. 33rd Circuit, that's the 33rd Circuit's down here, y'all. The 30th, he brought them all the way from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, to 33rd Judicial Court, Circuit, Mississippi County. And guess why? In the matter of, now listen to it say who in the matter of, but then you want to see who all was backing him. In the matter of Lester Gillespie versus Raymond Ivey. Not Lester Gillespie versus the city, Lester Gillespie in the city of Charleston, Missouri, Susanna West, and all the rest of them versus Raymond Ivey. It says Lester Gillespie versus Raymond Ivey. Case number, you can look it up, y'all. 15MI-CV00600. It is further ordered, this is powerful here, y'all. It is further ordered that the judge hereby transferred shall have the same powers and responsibilities as a judge of the court of or district to which transferred. Such powers and responsibilities shall be confined to designated matters and cases, and shall continue until final disposition of such designated matters, including after trial proceedings, at the discretion of the judge. The record may be made by utilizing of electronic recording. Now look who sent this here now. This come from the Missouri Supreme Court, not just any judge. It came from Patricia Breckinridge, Chief Justice. The Chief Justice now. Why did she have to send that? You know why she had to send it? Because Robert Barker granted Lester Gillespie an ex parte that wasn't really lawful. But let me show you what the matter went to after that. Let me see is now. This is the findings from the judge that had to come down. A white judge, Republican, a white Missouri Chief Justice, a Republican, came down to the Democratic hometown. Now look what it says. Notice of entry. It says Supreme Court Rule 74-03. In the 33rd Circuit Court, Mississippi County, Missouri, Lester Gillespie versus who? Raymond Ivey. Not all these other people down here, but Lester Gillespie versus Raymond Ivey. Same case number. You are hereby notified that the court duly entered the following filing date, December 2015. Description. Judgment entered. Judgment in order filed. It is therefore ordered that the petitioner Lester Gillespie's request for relief is denied. Order per written order. Copies mailed. And this is who all the copies mailed to. The judge, the clerk, and look here. Charleston, Missouri Police, Public Safety. Carolee E. Poley, which was Lester's lawyer at the time. I represented myself. She's the prosecuting attorney now. All of them tied with Susanna Wesley. Darren Kane. But guess what? Darren Kane ain't here. God eliminating them, y'all. He not sending them, getting them off the benches. He's sending them to the cemetery. Some of them, and some he taking off the benches. Lester Gillespie, Raymond Lewis Ivey, Sheriff Office, Mississippi County, Charleston. And guess what? Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center. Now, what all these people got to do with Lester Gillespie versus Raymond Ivey? Let's go a little farther, y'all. Now, let's see what the judge said here. Y'all see when it was filed. It say, now on the 4th day of December 2015, the petitioner Lester appeared in person with counsel Carolee E. Poley, and respondent Raymond Ivey appeared in person by myself with Jesus. Testimony and evidence is presented by the parties. The petitioner has requested, Lester has requested an order of protection on the grounds of stalking, claiming that I was stalking him. During the petitioner's testimony, he presented one episode where he could have been stalked and threatened. He made other allegations of other instances of stalking. However, no substantial evidence was presented. Most of those instances included allegations that the petitioner was being stalked. Lester was being stalked at a public location, and the respondent, Raymond Ivey, had legal grounds to be present. The petitioner presented no proof that the respondent had been barred from being on the premises of the petitioner's place. The petitioner presented numerous emails and YouTube videos that he claimed to be threatening in nature. The court, in reviewing the same, has found case law or other law that establishes emails, videos, or other electronic media or grounds for establishing stalking. The petitioner presented insufficient evidence to establish stalking. The petitioner's better remedy would have been to seek an injunction prohibiting the respondent from posting the offensive posts. It is therefore ordered that the petitioner's Lester Gillespie request request relief is denied. The previous entered ex parte order of protection is ordered dismissed. A legitimate judge, Judge Gary A. Camp. Now, why did I have to go all the way to the Missouri Supreme Court to get justice? Now, what did this judge, Gary Camp, from the 32nd Circuit Court out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, see that Judge Robert Barker here at Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, didn't see? You see, Robert Barker had interest. Him, Lester Gillespie, and Lester Gillespie lawyer, who's the prosecuting attorney now, it's a cycle of family, friends, Susanna Wesley running Mississippi County, Charleston, Missouri. See, it was a cycle with Robert Barker, Lester Gillespie, and Carolee Poley, and Susanna Wesley in the police department, and these NAACP and all these individuals, the Scorpion Unit. You see, I took them out of their element. Robert Barker told me he can judge me fair. He been honest. I've been sitting in that courtroom all these years when he took over from Judge Brown. And ever since, I seen how crooked they is. You see, you get a change of judge. You see what I'm saying? And get a judge outside of the 33rd Circuit Court, and you would win the case. It's a brother down here by the name Jesse Bogan. Went up against the now prosecuting attorney and beat her out in a case. He represented himself. He picked a jury and won. You know why? Because Robert Barker couldn't rule over that there. The jury did. Robert Barker couldn't rule over this case like he gave this Lester Day ex parte when I was exercising my First and 14th Amendment right. Freedom of speech. Like he said, I wasn't barred from nobody. Just like Jesse Bogan beat a case out against the city of Charleston, the state, Carolee Poley. I did too, because guess what? She didn't have the backup she needed. You see what I'm saying? Lester Gillespie, Rodney Jones, Arthur Cassell, Floyd Wade, Reverend Steve Betts. All you got to do, look at Susanna Wesley. They either send their people to the courthouse, the police department, the sheriff department, and look at the housing authority. They have most of Steve Betts' employees there. Only one of them his members, church members there. Only one of them in there that I know is legit is a black female, and she's about what's right, even though she go to Steve Betts' church. You look in the housing authority, you would see NAACP members getting jobs that they normally wouldn't get. Because guess what? I filed something against the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority, discrimination and retaliation. Wonder why the NAACP didn't back me. You know why? Because they working at the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. You see what I'm saying? I wonder why these preachers won't help me, because they in these organizations, NAACP and other people. You know why? Because the city give Rodney Jones and Lester Gillespie all the first hand on buying these properties. Look at all these properties Rodney Jones and Lester Gillespie bought. They on the zoning committee, and both of them got felonies. One had a rape case, and the other one had a voter fraud case. But they gonna talk about me. All I'm doing is exposing them, y'all. It's a lot of them down here. This is how this is how you bring the Scorpion Unit down. You have to be consistent. Peace be still.